Cowboys win because, Cowboys lose because. We got that for you today. Mike McCarthy might have a little something up his sleeve, and we got scoops on what's going on with the Cowboys running back positions. So why don't you just get yourself ready, okay, for today's Cowboys DLLS podcast, which starts meow. Preview the gosh darn football game day. We're going to do that. We got everything that's going on with your Dallas Cowboys, as we do every day here on the DLLS Cowboys show, and we appreciate you joining us. Thank you. If you're just now swinging through, the like and subscribe button, that's what we ask, and to know that we're also on your favorite podcast platform. So if you want to listen later instead of watching, feel free. We're there. Hi, I'm a man. I'm Jeff. Thank you. Jesse's a man. I like that you wear earthy tones, a lot of greens, a lot of yellows and browns. It's very nice. Former Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Remember that the axe forgets, the tree remembers.
Clarence has got his Hook'em shirt on. The great and powerful Clarence Hill.
I'm Pop. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. We gonna fight. We start. Not you too, Cat.
He's Pop.
He's Pop.
No.
You
He's
said
Pop.
it.
You want to win?
You want to win? Put chill
What
in.
happened to that?
We got that too.
We got that too.
Oh my God, you guys, we gonna fight. Listen. This has just been one quick aside. I did an event last night, and I was talking to someone, and this hurts me to my core because I fight this age thing, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Put your mic closer to your mouth.
I fight this age thing.
Yeah.
Somebody told me I was old. I looked older than what I was. No one's ever told me that.
How old are you? You look 53.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You look 62.
You're a 12-letter cuss word. And I'm like, that hurt me to my. I'm like, no, I don't. No one's ever told me that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in my feelings right now.
Oh.
I'm not Pop. I'm Unc.
Okay.
The denial.
Next to Clarence, sometimes she acts like she's 24, and sometimes she acts like she's 37.
And sometimes she feels like she's 52.
Boy,
Aisha
You said a
Morrison's in the
word.
building.
It's all right.
you said a word.
Technically, I'm retired.
You said a word.
Well, technically you're retired, but you have this job, so you're not
So-
retired.
But it's
Exactly.
You're a working woman.
Wow.
What?
had your
Wow.
kids, had your wife.
You held that.
Wow.
Never mind.
What?
No,
She's
okay.
a working woman.
Yeah.
We're going back to that sparkly shirt you had on the other day.
What? No.
I'm
Okay.
about to fight.
So anyway, the Cowboys are going to play the Steelers Sunday night, and we're going to get you ready for all of that. And we are fortunate enough to have a lot of information coming out of the Star, out of practice, all those different things. And most of you guys know that I'm such a great information gatherer. I love to be around all the things and figure out what's going on. So everyone seated here has something you need to know from the Star yesterday.
Raise your hand. Go to the wide shot, Cat, please. Raise your hand if you were at the Star at any point in time this week.
Oh, Joe's got his hand up.
I can
Joe's
put my
up.
hand up for Joe.
Oh, okay, that's for Joe.
This is for Joe. This is for me. What are you saying?
Nothing.
Jesse, what do you got?
Proceed.
Everybody's not
Sorry.
all in. What you
I don't
saying?
have any. I don't have any scoops. I'm here to tell you who has scoops. Jesse, what you see? What you see in practice yesterday? I don't think I have a credential.
You don't have a credential anymore?
I don't know. I had one for camp. Well, I guess at the start you just kind of walk up there and they just stick your name on your chest and you just go do stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Just come by.
The credential thing is different. It's real different this year.
No, I'm gonna pull a page out of Pop's book and off the record.
Yeah.
I saw watching practice yesterday.
Yeah. And you can't tell us some of the stuff you saw because they don't want you to.
That's off the record.
And so you won't.
So I won't tell you what I actually saw at practice. But through the halls and some of the whispers that I've been hearing around the building.
Definitely not what you saw.
Whispers from the start.
Whispers from the start.
Not what you saw.
Not what I saw.
But what you might have what you think you heard.
What you think gleamed. I like that one.
Yeah, gleamed.
Every time I come around your city,
Bling bling. It's bling. I think Mike has the locker room itself is rabbit ears. I think the head coach has rabbit ears too.
You think he's got tired of hearing certain something?
I think he got tired of being asked. In fact, you were the one that asked him. I think he's got tired of hearing about the whole, hey, you know that motion's a really big thing in the NFL right now, and you also know that your team is one of the worst in the NFL at actually creating motion, and you have no creativity on your offense. And so through the whispers that I heard at practice yesterday.
Not that you seen.
Not that I seen.
Not that
I seen.
You didn't see anything.
Didn't see anything.
Nope.
We might be seeing a lot more motion on this game on Sunday.
Hey!
I'm just telling you what the whispers of the halls at the Star was saying to me off the record yesterday.
Might get a little bit of a shut-up game.
Might get a little bit of a, here, man, damn.
Yeah.
Stop asking
Take
me.
this. Did you guys watch the game last night?
Yes.
I had fun.
Did you see a play where the best player on Tampa Bay got to score a
wide
touchdown
open.
and no one covered him?
Mike Evans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how it happened, Mike? It happened because, and you can't just, it's not just motion. It's not just moving people around. It's doing it with a purpose. It's having a guy running dead ball sprint right before the snap towards your quarterback to create the illusion that, I might hand it to this guy going this way, and then this guy might get it, and then the receiver who I'm going to actually throw the ball to is lined up in the slot here, but I'm going to get you convinced that this running back that's coming this way might get the ball, or this one coming up the middle might get the ball, and the best receiver on the field was left uncovered.
Yeah.
Because the defense got lost in trying to make their adjustment
There
quickly.
might have been
With
there might have
respect,
been
they
some of
fooled
those
me a little
things.
bit. Like my eyes was like, oh shoot, he's wide open.
Oh, I'm a badass at football. I
Specifically
knew
in
what
the
was
red
happening.
zone. Specifically in the red zone. What I'm hearing is that you might see
Some
some
stuff.
of those orbit type things and some of those
I'm a fan.
fast motions and all that kind of stuff. That's what they say. That what the streets would say.
What you got, Clint?
That's interesting, and it's funny thing we're talking about the play on the team that lost and the guy that throws for 500 yards.
Yeah.
They had a few plays too. Kirk Cousins last night.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
receivers were running wide open too. It was like,
Yeah, every time Kyle Pitts caught a pass, it was after going in motion.
right. They
So, I
finally
mean,
used Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy to see the offense and see what was going on. I mean, I got a lot, and I don't know if we want to talk about the running backs now. Or
Running backs are in the next segment,
The
so
next
anything non-running back related is allowed. We got scoops coming.
we got definitely scoops coming from the running back position. I'm just talking to Dak. I think that there's a, it's funny because talking to a front office executive who's on the business side, right? And it's in my story today on ALLCITY Dallas, DLLS.com. It was my lead. I'm talking to this guy. He's marketing. He handles all the money. And we're talking about the team and the doom and gloom. He said, well, Dak, you wanted $60 million, go earn it. You wanted $60 million, go earn it. That's the mindset of most people.
Which goofball said this?
I'm not. If I'm gonna name his name, I would have named him in the story.
Was it AP?
Wait,
No.
that's
Don't name
not
people.
what we're
Was it T-Dub?
doing.
Don't do that. You scare
But
me.
my point is
Shout out to Todd.
that when you get six, that's the mentality of most people.
Yeah.
That you got to do more.
Yeah.
We're less over here. You got to do more. And I asked Dak about, number one, you have to do more. You feel you have to do more, but you have to guard against trying to do too much to where you may hurt the team, cause interceptions, and all that other stuff. And he said, my mindset is to certainly play my best. I think I played solid this year. I have not played my best football. He's been solid. He said the best is yet to come. And he wants to use his feet more and do some different things, but it still has to come within the confines of the offense.
I'm going to keep talking about the team that lost last night, to your point. Like, that's what I was thinking when I was watching Tampa's offense. And they just didn't get the ball first in overtime. Atlanta did. They scored a touchdown.
Right.
But that's what Baker Mayfield was doing. And Baker and Dak, like Dak once upon a time was a good athlete.
Yeah.
Now he's just meh. But you can do what Baker does. And Baker took off running about 5 times when they needed a first down on third down and there was an opportunity. He took off.
Take off running. Make some things happen with your feet. Do that. Don't try to do too much because like I keep trying to tell people, listen, Dak makes $60 million, but he's not a guy that pulls a rabbit out of his hat. He's not Patrick Mahomes, okay? And he's not, in the sense, he's not Romo in that sense. And he's not improvisational. Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
he's not. He doesn't improvise like Romo did. You know, Romo could make magic out there and do some things. The Dak's not that nifty of a player, but he does have ability to run and make some things happen.
But the only thing that I argue and push back against on that is I'm not asking you to do it for 17.
No, I agree.
Right? Like it's.
But he has to do it for 17 weeks, really. Let's be honest.
No,
he may have to do it for 17 weeks.
Not realistically, right? Because eventually you'll get some of these guys back. But it's in these moments now when you're reeling. It's in these moments when you're down 2 of your best football players.
Season's on the brink.
It's just season is literally on the brink.
Because we all expect you to lose next week and then have a bye and lose the next week.
Right.
You can't lose tomorrow.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's in these moments where we're saying, we're not asking you to be 17 weeks of Clark Kent. I'm asking you to be 4 quarters of Clark Kent this week.
Right. And to your point, you have to beat this quarterback. You're the best quarterback on the field this week. And so you have to win this matchup.
If there's ever a time where you throw we are paying you $60 million, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's in this moment where, again, I'm not saying that you have to do this. You don't have to be Patrick Mahomes.
No.
You got to be the best dude on the field Sunday night.
Yes.
That's it.
And certainly the best quarterback on the field.
That's it. Like, you know, no, I don't need Patrick Mahomes. I don't need Lamar Jackson. I don't need Josh Allen. I don't need any of that.
Right.
But I do need you in this moment for us because we are paying you this amount of money. That when all the chips are down, I need you to elevate your game to give us a little bit of help.
And one thing I want to push back on, you're right. He needs to do it this Sunday. But like Ryan Clark, he tweeted or said it on one of the shows today, for the Cowboys to win, he may need to be Superman every week. Because you say until we get those guys back, when they had those guys, they didn't stop nobody.
No.
They didn't stop nobody when they had those guys. They didn't stop nobody when they had Minkah.
But what I'm saying is that when you have those guys, you can now look at those guys and say, I need y'all to pick up the slack. I can point to those. I should be able to point to Minkah as a leader on that team and go, dog, I need something from you today. Right? Like don't hang me out here today.
I agree.
I should be able to look at Tank and be like, dog, I need something from you today.
Diggs got money too.
Diggs, right. I need a play. Right? I need a play here and there. But when they're not there,
if the Cowboys are going to win, if Dak gets this team to 9 or 10 wins, he's going to have to be Superman.
Yeah, I mean,
every week.
I wanted to add that when you're talking about Dak using his legs, this kind of goes back to the motion and all those things like RPO, run action, stuff like that. That has shown the Chargers did it against the Steelers. They had some trouble with it. The Colts did it against them and they had some trouble with it. I'm also looking at Mike McCarthy as, you know, we're talking about Dak being Superman. Mike McCarthy has to be better in his play calling as well. Like looking at what other teams have done to these teams, like on the offensive side, you want to take some of those trends. That's what people have done to you. That's what people have done to you post the Saints. They're like, oh, you guys can't defend the edges. That's what we're going to do. I'm hoping that they adopt some of that as well so they can have some success because the Steelers defense struggles with misdirection.
Yeah, I think every good head coach, like you should every single week tell however many assistants are responsible for whatever, just be like, oh, you guys watch the NFL this week. I want 2 plays from every game. Like to have an unimaginative static offense in 2024 is goofy.
It doesn't make any sense. It's too many resources. It's too many resources.
Yeah.
To be just being that way because you want to be that way. But do you guys think the offensive line gets better as the season goes on? Or you think it is what it is?
It has to get better.
No, hold on.
Well, I mean, as far as
you don't think it get better?
It'll get better.
No.
Yeah, I do.
Guyton and BB have to get better.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yes,
No,
they
they
do.
don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they do not.
They get to play more NFL
We've
football.
watched players all year. We watched Mozzie for an entire season last year.
That's a good
not
point.
get better in an entire. No, it doesn't have to get better. You want it to get better.
That's a good point.
You hope it gets better. You're praying it gets better. You're manifesting it get better. It doesn't have to get better.
But they're playing,
good
unlike
point.
Mozzie, who didn't play.
That's a good point, though.
They're on the field. They're going to get. I'm sorry. I believe that they will get better. Just
We watch
by
quarterbacks
osmosis.
from all the other
Just be-
teams not get better. There's players that we
But
can
those-
account for every single year that get on the football field, and as the year gets on, they do not get better. So no, you can't say that, oh yeah, as the year goes on, they're going to get better. No, because if you're not practicing good habits, you're getting worse.
But that's my point. Is I believe they will practice good habits. They will work on their technique, and as a result, they will get better. These guys have tools to work with. They have talent to work with.
Terrence Steele has been a part of this football team for how many years?
Terrence Steele was.
Hadn't gotten better.
First of all, you
don't
can't
think
compare Terrence Steele to a first-round pick.
Is he not a part of this line?
He's been
No.
doing it for a half decade or more. Like
I know,
he's
but my,
right.
but-
Terrence is
but
probably
he-
not
but-
going to get better.
but
The
he
rookie
is-
at a new
but he
position
is who
will.
He is. And he was not considered a high-end talent to begin with.
Right.
We're talking about guys that come in with tools.
No, we're not.
And it's
You said offensive line. Yes, Aisha?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he not a part of the offensive line?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yes or no?
But the two parts that we're really talking about are two rookies. Will the rookies get better? Yes.
No, it's not what she said.
But in general, I think
It's an offensive line.
She
I
said, do you
said
think the
offense-
offensive line will get better? And the
If the
answer
two
to
rookies are
me is
better-
yes also. And
Yes,
it's because
because
of
they-
those two guys.
Yes, if the two
I
rookies
think the two
get
rookies
better,
will get
the
better.
offensive line will get better. That's what
Okay.
we're talking about. Terrence Steele is what he is.
Okay.
You want to fight?
barnacles.
Or else.
You want some of this?
Or else.
Or what?
Or what?
Or
I
what?
don't.
what?
I don't like that energy.
We got some.
Or what?
Or
We got
take your
some-
shades.
Or what?
We got some scoops. Yeah, get ready for Shades
Yeah,
talk.
I
We got
gotta
some
add
scoops
Not or what?
when it
Tater
comes
tots.
to the Cowboys running back situation, and that is what we are getting to next on the Cowboys DLLS podcast.
Or what?
Now what?
Now what? Now I get to put my Shady Rays on right here. Ooh, they came in. We got our Shady Rays in here. Let me tell you right now, I have been styling and profiling with these Shady Rays right here. If you use our code DLLS, go to ShadyRays.com right now. Get 35% off a pair of polarized sunglasses. Now listen, you may not have the forehead like me, and your receding headline may not be like mine, but you can look as good as me in your Shady Rays glasses. And if you lose them, if you break them, if you misplace them, Shady Rays, don't do that because you got a receding hairline too. Shady Rays will replace your glasses. They have all shapes and sizes. They got the aviators. I don't know what these called, but they got these. They got the big joints that the young kids wear. They got everything that you need over at ShadyRays.com and get 35% off if you use our promo code DLLS. You cannot be Jay Holly, but you can get just glasses like him.
How about that? You can put those glasses on. You can take your receding hairline, and if you have a receding bank account, you can still do fun stuff with our friends at Game Time. Download the Game Time app. That's what you need. And if you use the code DLLS, your first purchase, you get hooked up. By the way, I was saying, even if you don't have any money, like you're pretty darn broke. I'm looking at Houston at TCU tonight. $4.
$4.
Not $4.
You get $20 off your first purchase.
Well, you get. I don't know if that'll work.
No?
I don't know how to do
Do they have
that.
to give you $16 back?
You do get $20 off your first purchase.
Maybe they'll give it to you for credits.
I don't know how that works with a $4 ticket.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Days
guys.
gonna owe you $16. You get a beer.
I don't know if you guys have been to the Cosm, but they're going to do Michigan State at Oregon.
Okay.
That's tonight as well, and that's as low as $13.
Joe is going.
Joe said he's
Oh,
going.
that is badass. So go to our friends at Game Time, get that app, use our code DLLS, $20 off your first purchase.
Game time.
You guys all right? Everybody's okay?
I thought we do a count.
Y'all okay?
I missed
No.
the game time.
Take your hat off.
Well, it's
No.
it's a
Take
clock
your-
thing.
No, take your hat off, Papa. No. Take the hat off.
No, I'm not.
Take the hat off.
I didn't comb my hair because I
Take
got a
the
hat
hat
on. No.
Yeah.
Leave his head alone.
Yeah.
Jesse, you came in hot
I
today.
don't want. Listen,
I know.
You weren't hot
Jesse,
over there,
You're
but
a
you
little
I
edgy.
don't, I,
That
don't,
was
I don't
violence.
want you to be Jerry Rice.
No, that's fine. I'm Stevie.
Don't be Stevie.
I'm gonna be Stevie.
He is
Stevie dreads way back here
I ain't
now.
going back that far.
They called you Jesse Wonder.
They called me
yesterday.
Jesse Wonder yesterday.
Joe laughed.
No, they didn't call me Jesse Wonder. He called me Jesse
Wow.
I read the chat. I respect
Jesse
the
Wonder.
chat.
My son.
There was the chat.
I respect the chat.
Jesse
And
Wonder is
I'll
insane.
respect the chat a lot more if we have 100 likes on this video, because right now we only have 70, and that hurts my heart.
Come on, let's get them likes up,
We
man.
have a super chat from Brandon. Only thing Mike McCarthy got up his sleeve is a brisket Sammy.
I'm not laughing.
Where
You
you
don't
get those
have
brisket
to-
sandwiches
don't
from
body
that you sent
shame.
us the other day?
I'm not laughing.
Huh?
Body shame,
Hardy
man.
Q.
Hardy Q.
Yeah.
He got us from Hardy Q.
Oh yeah, that
That
was
was
good
some
too.
good stuff.
That was good. We got Cowboys win because Cowboys lose because coming up in our third segment of the day. You go ahead and put them in the chat. If you're a hater, tell me why the Cowboys are going to lose. If you're a homer, tell me why they're going to win. If you're a reasonable person, give me both. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Michael's in the super chat as well. Why too few likes? Smash the like button.
There you go.
I like what you're
Thank
doing.
you.
What we need to talk about now, though, is we got some scoops on what's going on with the Cowboys running back situation. I got more stuff to complain about with the Cowboys running back, but I'll get to it later because there's more timely things that we have to get to. And so I'm just going to look at Scoops McGee over here. I'm looking at you, Clarence.
What you got, Claire?
Cowboys running back situation. What you got?
It's interesting. It's funny. It's a big story across the NFL that NFLP is trying to get reporters out the locker room. There's a big push to get reporters out the locker room. You only talk to them outside the locker room.
You feel some kind of way?
I bet
Yeah.
you do feel some kind of way.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Because it people don't understand our jobs, and they think, well, it's privacy. No, they're doing lunch. There ain't no privacy. They got lounges and everything else. I mean, it's 45 minutes a day. Try being a baseball player. People in the locker room, clubhouse all day before and after games. Basketball players, they do locker room before every game and after every game. NFL players, we got 45 minutes, 3 days a week. It's not that big of a deal. Big NFL players scared of the media. But it only saying that because
What if I got my woo-woo out, though?
when you go on but they don't.
Okay.
That's not true. She's in there. That's not really the daily basis to think that people are watching somebody get undressed. That's BS.
Charles Haley would have his woo-woo out.
There's nothing about that. But what I'm point is, when you're able to be in the locker room, you get organic stuff. You get to walk up to
You
people.
do.
You don't. It's not about I want to talk to him, so he comes out the locker room. That's really not how it works. And so I'm walking in the locker room, and you know we have our people that go to the podium, but you walk and you get to talk to them, create relationships. That's how I build relationships with Brandon Cooks and those guys, because we talk sports, whatever else, and then you get their phone number, you can call him, and he can tell you about his shots in his knee that other people don't get. Those are organic things that you create being in the locker room. And so by the same token, I kind of bonded with Dalvin Cook, and I sit up there and talk to him. He's lying on the floor, we talk, and I come up to him and we talk about, his process. And so Dalvin Cook was not at practice Wednesday. So yesterday I said, man, where were you? He said I had tonsillitis. I had my tonsils. I said, man, I got to that when I was a kid.
No,
You never got your tonsils out?
Take them suckers out.
He said, I don't need them.
I think I had mine taken out.
And it's funny because he said, I tried to blame my son. He said, yeah, I said, you have a 1-year-old. He's not in school. Your son did not give you something that caused it. He said, yeah, I know, I'm just trying to blame somebody. But he said,
God.
he said, I went home and I blamed my son. But he thought he was going to have surgery. That's how bad his throat was sore. They were talking about surgery. They gave him some antibiotics and they went down, and he was back at practice on Thursday. But we started talking about the running back position and his role and stuff like that. He did give us the insight, number one, that he's patient, he's ready to go, and he's been getting first team reps. He's getting first team reps. So it's not a situation where don't have plans for him, but he understands that this is not his week because he's a practice squad player. You only get 2 elevations a week. You only get 2 standard elevations a week, and they need him on defense. They might need him at receiver with Cooks out. And so the urgency at running back is not the same as at other positions. But the tidbit that I got, which is fascinating as a Cowboy watcher, and you guys know this place is so different with Jerry coming in on a helicopter. He says he opens his phone and puts it on IG every Tuesday morning to find out if he's going to play from Jerry's press conference.
It's not funny.
Insane.
I'm not gonna laugh. It's gonna
That's
piss me off.
Insane.
Jerry will let me know.
But you don't get
But he
that.
won't let me know. He'll let He'll say it on the radio, and then I'll know if I'm going to play.
But the thing about it is, it's also like Zeke. Here's a guy who's had to subjugate Ezekiel. He's been a star everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Starter, Pro Bowler. He comes here as a practice squad guy, and it would be within his right to say, "Hey, coach, when you gonna put me in?"
Right.
You want to win,
If you want to win, put Chill in.
You know what I'm saying? It's what you would think the guys who have ego like that, because they don't like to get off the field, just like Zeke. He would never want to go off the field, and now they can't push the envelope because their role is different. They don't want to want to be looked at as a me first. They want to fit in the team concept. Don't want to rock the boat because they're not that guy anymore as far as the offense is concerned. But you have to show a deference and patience. So he's not fussing with the coach. He's not asking the coaches and saying when I'm going to play. He just waits for Jared to tell him on the radio.
Wow.
I do love that.
That's wow.
I wanted to comment on the locker room thing because it's still a new experience for me. But I will say it is a unique thing in a sense of like, I think I was more prepared for it because I've been in the military, so I've been around that.
So you went in there punching?
No. I've been in that environment, but there is a level of like, I ask the guys, especially since if they're coming out the shower, they're doing stuff. I'm like, if I see they're not settled, I come back. I'm respectful to them.
Right.
And so I think some of the frustration, Clarence, is not just everyone's not you, right? Like everyone
Calvin
is not.
just charges up to people.
What I'm saying, and I mean, I'm just being real. Like everyone is not respectful in the way that you're mentioning. Everyone is not considerate in the way that you're mentioning. And also too, there's a bit of I think there can be a bit of like lines being blurred as well with some of the conversations. So I'm still fresh, but I think some of the players complaining about it is because of other things going on. Maybe you're not a part of that group, but everyone doesn't handle it the way that even you handle it or I handle it. So
but
that's the frustration, I'm sure.
I understand that, but it's 45 minutes. Okay?
I get you.
It's 45, and I know how you do your job, and you walk around, and you talk to people. If we're not in the locker room, they're not going to be outside, and you won't get the organic. Hey, you may come in, and there may be times. Yes, you have a story that people you want to talk to, and then you see a guy. I want to talk to him about something.
Come back to the microphone. Take it with you if you leave.
Okay,
he's doing.
Yes.
He's
yes,
fine.
but you wanna, so there are things that are organic that you can't get with people standing outside because it's not always, hey, I want to check this. Sometimes you see a guy, I need to ask him about that play, or I don't want to ask him about this, and so you can't do that. And we know they're not in the locker room. Now, you think they're gonna be standing outside the locker room waiting for us to talk?
No.
Standing against the wall?
I mean, I understand. What I'm saying is that I think there's some gray area, and there could be there might need to be a better understanding of how we handle these things and being respectful of their boundaries. Because when I go in the locker room, to your point, I go in there and use it as an opportunity for them to teach me.
Right.
Well, especially about film. So everyone has a different approach. I just want to comment on that really quickly. Locker room, was in there, talked to a couple guys. Yeah, I talked to a couple guys. Really wanted to talk to a lot of the defensive linemen with how much this team likes to run the ball and specifically how they like to run the ball. I think we will see more Chauncey Golston. I think, and also too, you talk about the creativity in what Zimmer's going to have to do to manufacture pressure. I think some of the things we were talking about earlier this week are going to happen with maybe some things coming from the secondary or using some of the linebackers to do those things as well. So that's kind of cool. They also felt confident about, as far as the defensive linemen, the interior, felt confident about some of their matchups, I guess you want to say. And also too, I think they feel confident because the Steelers don't do a lot of the things that gives them trouble in a sense, if that makes sense.
Steelers kind of go full Cowboys where they're like, yeah, we'll just line up and beat them, right?
Yeah, they do. They do a lot of stuff kind of just like us in that regard. So also touch base with some of the receivers with what's going on with Brandon Cooks and him not being there. And I think Jalen Tolbert is prepared to take on more of a role this week. So I'm excited to see
Make me right, Jalen. Make me right, my boy. Come on.
Two quick things on that. The receivers, there's an air of confidence. I know Cooks is out, but there's an air of confidence that they can get things done with these receivers.
I agree.
And I think there's an air of confidence that has, to me, that had a lot to do with that Cooks wasn't playing well. He was struggling. And as I talked to Dak the other day, they believe they can make plays on this secondary with this receiving core. Secondly, just getting back to the running backs for a second, I talked to Zeke. We may see more Zeke this week. You know, whether you think we should or not.
What
You're a Zeke hater. You're an old man hater. You hate Pop. You hate Zeke. You hate anybody over 30.
He's
anyway,
Barnacles.
I don't even think he's 30.
But talking to Zeke, and as I was talking about Dalvin and that subjugating his ego, we were asking Zeke about him being patient and how he has to be patient. He's never had to show this difference in patience before, going back to whenever he started playing football. And I also asked him, because in training camp, they didn't practice him a lot. They didn't use him in preseason games. There was an assumption that they're saving Zeke for the season. They're saving Zeke because they're going to use him. And I said, why didn't they use him in practice? They ain't going to play you. And he bit his lip. Because he didn't want to save. He bit his lip because they aren't using him. So what were we saving him for in training camp? What were you saving him for?
I know the answer, but you don't want the answer,
You
neither
don't
does
want
he.
the
No,
answer.
my point is
No one wants the answer. I promise no one
why
wants
did
the
you
answer.
sign him then?
No one
If
wants
that-
that answer either.
Okay, why did you sign him then? Because you haven't seen anything that you haven't seen in camp. You were saving him for something. We know what he can do. We know what Zeke has. He's a guy, Mike McCarthy. He runs between the tackles. He does the dirty runs. You're not doing it. Why did you save him? Why did you run him in practice? Why didn't you run him in games? You're not running him, in the preseason games to not even use him in regular season.
Dalvin Cook will get his carries probably next week. Unless Dalvin's terrible. Oh, before we go. Oh, we do have a super chat. Preparing for the future. This is my guy Gimli.
Yeah, don't even show the end of this. We don't want.
Preparing for the future means nothing if it constantly limits your ability to win now. God, I hate Jerry.
I let the moms love him.
Also, my mom thinks Clarence is fine AF.
Hit my DMs, mama.
Your mom got cataracts.
No, she don't.
Your mom. Sorry, Grim. But
Mama.
Gimli, sir.
Is your mama?
Gimli,
Yeah,
But
that's the
is
name
your
of the
mama
dwarf.
fine as fuck? Oh, excuse. I'm sorry. AF. I'm sorry.
Oh my
That's
God.
gotta go to break. That's what it says on the super chat.
What we need
I
from
gotta
you
go.
guys.
Excuse me.
What we need from
My
you
bad.
guys in the
Please
super
forgive
chat.
me.
Cowboys win because, Cowboys lose because. Hit me with them. If we'll get some of y'all's in there, and that is what is coming up next on the Cowboys DLLS podcast. But first, let's talk about my guys at Empire Today, where you need the code DLLS. EmpireToday.com/DLLS. They get you $350 off when you go to our friends at Empire Today for your flooring. And they got all kinds of different flooring, all sorts of different stuff. You might be like, I judge. See, it's
good flooring.
that's good floor. That's sturdy. You want sturdy? They got sturdy. You might be a weirdo who likes carpet. They'll do it. They got it, and it's great. It's great carpet. But I mean, I'm a
Hardwood.
I'm a wood man.
Wood. Yep.
Yeah, I like the wood.
Oh my.
Empire's great. Their deal is just to help you find exactly what you need. They're not trying to overwhelm you with thousands of different choices and selections, but they're also not going to carry stuff that they wouldn't put in their own homes. So Empire Today is the best. Their virtual floor designer is awesome. It's a great way to see how new floors would look in any space. It's easy. You just snap a picture and instantly see how new floors would look in your room. So schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 off discount when they use the promo code DLLS. Restrictions apply. EmpireToday.com/DLLS for details. Also wanted to get you guys to check out alldlls.com. I want you to know about merch. We got merch. I've been scrolling, but I don't have it on the screen, but I've been scrolling. Like, we got some good looking hoodies. You can now pre-sale, if you're a college fan, pre-sale items we got right now. It's called the DLLS Austin tee. I would imagine there's a legal situation.
Yeah. Only one of us in here will that one.
It's an animal with horns.
Up or down?
Long horns.
Are they up
And
or are they down?
They're up. They're up. We got the Mustangs tee. If you're someone from, I don't know, around 75 and Mockingbird area,
Yeah.
that school. And we have a Fort Worth tee, which has what appears to be some sort of frog with horns. So check out the merch. Just go to alldlls.com. It's time for Cowboys win because, Cowboys lose because. Do we need a football for that? Or can we? We don't need a football
I mean,
for that.
I got one right here if we want.
Can I see it? Can I see it?
Go.
I've had about.
Hey, guys.
There's been.
Joe's
Joe
here.
Hoyt is here, everybody. Hey, don't let the 27. Hit like and subscribe for Joe. I feel like y'all have talked too much, so I'm just going to do my thing here on Cowboys win because and Cowboys lose because. Let you come up with yours. The Cowboys win because PTB2. If you're not familiar with PTB, what?
Is it the last 3 weeks?
It's been the last.
Yeah. Is it every week?
That's what you've been saying.
Every week?
Football? Snap. Here we go. 1, 2.
Ooh.
Pat that bitch 2 times
Can Empire fix that?
and then throw it to CeeDee Lamb. The Steelers have the best run defense in football, at least so far this year. Their pass defense is middle of the road. The Cowboys are terrible at running the football. Their running backs are bad. And their quarterback is good. CeeDee Lamb is good. Jake Ferguson is good. We'll see what you can get from some other receivers. So Freaky Mike, get it together, call some decent plays, design something good, and let the best quarterback on the field that makes $60 million throw it to the guy who makes $35 million or whatever and score all the effing points. You know what the Steelers can't do? Get to 27. And I'll bet you my left foot they can't score that many points. Print that bitch 2 times and score a bunch of points.
Right.
Cowboys lose because they can't tackle.
Jalen Warren, I want to say Jalen Warren and Najee Harris and Justin Fields.
Rushed 250 combined yards.
3
and
touchdowns.
touchdowns.
No, so what we need right now we're in a good spot because we'll see. But the last I've seen wasn't optimistic that either Jalen Warren or Cordero Patterson would play. And all their backup running backs are better than their starting running back. So you want them to not be available and get those carries and let Najee Harris carry the ball 25 times because he's a bad running back. He's their Zeke.
Yes.
He's not good at football.
It's a Cowboys safety situation where you kind of the backup might be better than the starter.
Both their backups are better than their starting running
Yeah,
back.
neither one of them practiced yesterday.
We love that.
But you know what's always interesting, and to coin a Clarence term,
Yeah.
Who?
It's funny. Pop up.
Oh, okay.
It's funny. People always play better against the Cowboys. They just always
That's
do.
because of the standard and the star and the expectations
Why are
that
you
come
running
with
an
being
ACAP
the
blitz?
greatest franchise ever. And that's why the standard.
You can't even do it.
That's why in 1996 the standard was still. Yeah. Cowboys lose because they can't tackle. Nerd number for you. The Cowboys have converted 84.6% of their tackle opportunities this season. They're the 5th worst tackling team in the league. As a result, they've allowed the 6th most yards after missed tackles in the league this year. They've given up 200 extra yards after missing tackles so far this year.
What is that? Like, they were one of the best tackling teams last
Well,
year.
the safeties stopped playing good football.
How do you just magically
Overshown
become...
had like 4 misses in one game. Hooker stopped getting people to the ground that he used to get to the ground. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else I can blame? Leafau will miss on you. Like, they just got a bunch of dudes that have been missing.
Did you ever play Ken Griffey Jr. baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember Jay Buhner had the smallest, hitting point, but when he hit it, it went really far?
Yeah.
I feel like Samarvion Overshown's tackling is like...
You give him a good alley, and he gonna break somebody in half.
Yeah.
You make it open field or make it cluttered, it can get a little iffy. Yeah. Well, so the Cowboys have missed a ton of tackles, and it's hurt them a lot. Hell, maybe that means Najee Harris can even break tackles against the Cowboys, and if
Please
he can,
don't say
then
that.
you lose. But the guy I worry about that with is Justin Fields. When the quarterback runs, that dude's hell on wheels.
Yeah.
And you get in the open field with 250, about 250, 240, 250.
Yeah.
And as good an athlete as all your secondary players, that dude's a problem. Cowboys lose because they can't tackle. That's what I got. I threw the football away, so we're not going to use the football.
got
Anybody
it?
else?
You want to go?
No, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
gonna-
Here we go.
Here we go.
Cowboys win because Justin Fields throws the ball 40 times.
And that's why we win, right?
That's why the Cowboys
That's
win.
win.
The
Okay.
Cowboys will win if Justin Fields. I'm keeping the same energy that I had last week for Daniel Jones. If for whatever reason Mike Tomlin and Justin Fields decides that he's going to be a pocket quarterback today or Sunday night, and he throws the ball more than 17 times, the Cowboys will win the football game. That's the nature of the beast right there. If for whatever reason that they're going to allow Justin Fields to do anything other than what we know that he's really good at, like the Giants. I don't know why the Giants decided to let Daniel Jones throw the ball 40 times. It was an insane way to go about business.
So we're counting on bad coaching on the other side.
I am counting on them looking out there and saying, maybe we can take shots over here. We don't know what Trayvon Diggs' ankle is right now. It was on the injury report, whether it was limping or not limping or whatever it was. They may go out there and just say, we're going to take shots. We're going to take shots down the football field. And so if Justin Fields throws the ball more than 17 times, Cowboys win the football game.
I think that's a great point, and I just want you to know the reason I was laughing is because I got distracted by the chat and saw somebody said Clarence about to risk it all for somebody's grade. Now, why do the Cowboys lose?
What's the pop-up?
Cowboys lose because
Justin Fields.
No.
250 yards.
Cowboys lose if they don't figure this thing out in the offensive line. I think what Pittsburgh wants to do defensively, Cam Hayward is going to be an issue inside. Now you can do what you did last week against Big Sexy Dexy, right? And it's
double team him every play.
Double team him every single play.
Triple team him sometimes.
But it's going to be that dude on the outside. It's going to be T.J. Watt having his way with either Terrence Steele or with Tyler Guyton. The Cowboys lose this game if they cannot figure out a way for their offensive line to play better, protect better, run block better. That offensive line will be the key on whether or not this thing goes. If they can't figure it out, and this, I know that you weren't up here, but the rest of the people think that this line will get better as the year goes along.
I think it'll get better.
Well, I'll add you into that mix.
I think it'll get better.
All of you think that
obviously it'll get better.
The offensive line will get better. Well,
of course it will.
It's a damn good week to start.
It would be a wonderful week to start. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you're here. And remember, if you like podcast form, DLLS Cowboys, you can find us wherever you get your podcast. Joe?
So I've been thinking a lot about a quote this week that Jerry Jones had right before the draft.
All in.
Not that one, but
it's
like
circumcising a mosquito. That one?
Yeah, that one.
I want me some glory hole.
That's the hot dog bun.
So the quote was it was right before the draft, and basically it was Jerry Jones kind of defending his all-in mentality without actually going all in.
Right.
And one thing he says is we're going to have young players step up. We're going to have no names that become names.
I'm all in on that.
All in on that. And I think this week is when your no names have to step up. If the Cowboys are going to win this game, the guys that were no names got to make a name for themselves. I'm talking Ryan Flournoy has to come up and make a couple catches.
What if it's Jalen Brooks instead?
It could be Jalen Brooks. He fits into that category a little bit, with all due respect. If they're defensively, you're going to have Chauncey Golston kind of reemerge again and make some plays. You're going to have Carl Lawson remind people that he had a name for himself. It's been gone. You're going to have your no names become guys that have names. And the Cowboys will lose if, it's kind of building off your point, if Justin Fields
and Najee Harris go for 250
on speed options and zone reads specifically.
Oh yeah.
I think last week, they played a little bit better against the zone read and speed options. It looked like they kind of had some gap exchange, some scrape exchange, a little bit more on point. But that was also against Daniel Jones, who, to be honest with you, I probably overestimated his running ability just a little bit. Justin Fields is not an overestimation on his running ability, especially in terms of design runs. I think if they run enough speed options, zone reads, and they put some pressure on the Cowboys defense, I think the Cowboys will struggle to defend that. It'll open up some things for Justin Fields in the passing game. Ergo, the Cowboys lose.
You could very well have a Justin Fields pulls it, shakes Donovan Wilson, stiff arms Malik Hooker, and outruns your corners to the end zone.
Yeah, I want the Navy offense against the Cowboys with Justin Fields.
Aisha?
Yeah, you guys have all said, just their run game getting going and Justin Fields being a problem. Obviously, we know that mobile quarterbacks are an issue for this defense, so I'm going to stick with that as that's how they lose. But I will say they win because they get turnovers.
Okay.
I
like that.
The Steelers play very careful football. They don't really put Justin Fields in a position to put the ball on the ground, but I do think with what's going on with Zach Frazier and some of those snaps and some of those mistakes, Maybe you can get a forced fumble. Maybe you can get a bad snap, recover for a fumble. Both of these offenses are struggling to score points. So turnovers, to me, could be the difference in who wins and who loses.
Funny you mentioned that because Mike McCarthy talked this week, and I remember like earmarking this and then kind of forgetting about it. He was talking about complementary football, and one thing he says, we got a lot of turnovers last year, and we're not getting them this year.
Facts,
so,
he did say that.
Yeah, he did say that. So, I mean, he's aware that that complementary formula is not working out so far.
Yeah.
Shout out to our people in the chat. We got a few of them. Randy, Cowboys win
Here's a
because the
good
young
tip.
wide
I wrote it down.
receivers
It's
make
quick.
some plays. Cowboys lose because the defense cannot make a tackle. I got to remind Clarence that when someone types AF, just say AF.
We all know what it means.
Yeah, this is from the FCC.
T-Dub, Cowboys lose if they give away the ball twice or more. Yeah, well, and we'll tell you if they're going to win or lose. That's what you're about to get from us as we have we got our picks and our predictions. That is coming up in the final segment of today's Cowboys DLLS podcast. Also want to encourage you to be a diehard. AllDLLS.com is the website, and then you just go to the diehard tab, and you click the button that says Become a Diehard. I don't know, it might automatically log me in, but because I am a diehard. But, you know, we're your one-stop shop for all of the things DFW sports, and becoming that way for college as well. We're expanding. When you sign up to become a diehard, what you get for $80 a year, you get access to our premium diehard level content. You get 20% off all merch, and the merch is super cool. You get a free shirt of your choice every year. 20% off events. Diehard member card.
Gotta get the card.
Gotta get the card.
Gotta have the
Gotta
card.
get your carrying card.
Gotta have your card.
Gotta get your carrying card
Not
now.
officially, you get the card.
That's right.
You're not officially get the card.
I would get it laminated. I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure it's already laminated.
think it's plastic
Yeah,
already.
it's plastic.
I think
but
it's
I would
already
laminate
plastic.
over the plastic.
Over the plastic, like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
library card.
Yeah.
A library. Library.
And you get access to the Die Hard only Discord lounge. So sign up for those things out there, human beings. You get also ad-free experience. I told you 20% off all the events, all the good stuff. So go to alldlls.com and do that. And I demand that before this show ends, we have 200 likes.
Let's go. Or else.
Or else. And somebody subscribe.
Okay. 200 likes and
One subscription, 200 likes. And I'm going to stop the show until we get that.
No, let's not do that.
You can't stop
We
the show.
gotta still work. We have to work. We have to do our jobs to get them where they want to be.
13 more.
13 more. Let's go. Let's get 200 likes. We won't go on with the show.
And I'll restart the show.
From the top?
No, we'll do the show.
Oh.
We'll continue the show.
Okay. 189.
189.
189. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Cowboys win because Mozzie stays in last week form.
That'll help.
I already reached out to Marcus Spears because Marcus Spears called him soft publicly last week.
He got him soft?
Yeah, right on the television.
On the national.
The national tube.
Oh, and Spears is one of the good ones.
Yeah, he called him
I
soft.
love Marcus
He
Spears.
called
I
him
hate most TV people.
He called him soft.
You know how bad you got to be to get Marcus Spears to talk about
Yeah,
you.
he
That's
called
not
him-
what he does.
He called him soft. And Mozzie said, you know, he heard it.
He did?
He said, well, Mozzie said, like, I heard what they were saying about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why he was happy on Monday
Yeah.
when I still went to the locker room and he was like,
The whole team is sad about the injuries, and Monty's like, hey.
I'm carrying my weight,
We
baby.
good.
I'm doing my
We're
part.
over 200, and we had a
Oh, and a subscription.
Yeah,
Okay, well, then we'll do the
just,
show.
Can you
Josh.
stop moving my mic?
We'll do the show.
You're killing me.
Clarence, we got to work on your...
just everything. Just everything.
Where am I
Mike
supposed
is-
to put my elbow?
Mike,
Where am
you
I supposed to
come-
put this elbow?
You come walking around.
Where am I supposed
you
to
sound
put
like
this?
Is there rocks in your
Frankenstein.
shoes?
You come around, you're like hitting the floor like gloom, gloom, gloom.
Boom.
Like,
Guys, everybody's watching. Where am I supposed to put my elbow? Where's this elbow go? Tell
put your
me.
hands in your lap. Just put your hands in your lap.
I can't. My elbow is right here. I can't. Where am I
That's
supposed-
true. Joe's table is all up in his
Yeah,
real
but where am I
estate.
supposed to put my
That's fair.
elbow?
That
Okay,
is true.
Do you want to switch?
No, I'm
Because I don't
good.
need it.
I mean, I needed my elbow. What am I supposed to do?
You want to switch?
I'm
Here,
with
I'm like-
come on.
Clarence, I'm on your side.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. First time, too. It's noted.
Then I'm on your side?
Duly noted.
I've been on your side before.
Duly noted.
A couple times. It's not often. I'm subscribed. I'm True Dog.
Shout
Look
out
at
Edwin.
All right.
Edwin.
Like
Oh,
here
good work,
and
Tony.
on Jeff's feed. I like that one. Yeah, and if you are watching on my channel, just know that it's on there about half the time, but you need to be subscribed to youtube.com/@DLLS_sports to see every show that we do. Okay? Thanks. Picks and predictions. Okay. What I do is I pull numbers from our friends at Sleeper. Which Jesse, I was texting Jesse. I got on the heater last night.
I was dying at your tweets.
Yeah,
I was
was crushing it.
He on the heater.
I was crushing
He's on
it.
the heater. He's
Because
on
what
the
you
heater.
do with Sleeper is you pick, is somebody going to have more or less than their projected stat line? And then I found out that you could use alternate numbers and you can move it down and your return comes down, right? So instead of getting like 1.8 times return for picking more than this amount of yards, you can go less yards and then you get like 1.2 instead of 1.8. And I'm like, yeah, but I know CeeDee's going to get 50 yards. So I started doing a little lower risk action.
Yeah.
And your boy's hot.
Yeah. He's on the heater.
I'm hot right now.
He's on the heater.
Okay, sorry. Katya. Yeah. Oh, should I give him the, I mean, since I've mentioned Sleeper, even though it's not like an ad, let's make sure they know what to do. Download Sleeper and use the code DLLS boys. And yeah. Get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. See that? Look at that. There's a freebie for you, Sleeper.
So you put 100, they match 100.
Yeah.
Up to 100.
Oh, yeah.
You put 10, they give you 10.
Oh,
Shout out,
yeah.
Sleeper.
I decided to use the kicker first because these are things that I have picked for the Cowboy game. Brandon Aubrey, 7.5 points. Will he have more or less than 7.5 points? So 2 tutties would get you 2 extra points, and then 2 FGs, that'd get you to 8. So if he could get 2 field goals and 2 extra points, that'd give him to 8. I say that the Cowboys are going to score 24 or 27. If it's 24, that would be 6 points for him. If it's 27, that would be 9. Which number are they going to score?
What if he throws a pass?
They're
Two-point
kicking
conversion.
points.
Okay,
They're
specifically
kicking points,
okay.
to be clear.
Cool.
More.
They would never see it coming.
More.
You hating on the quarterback?
Not the quarterback. I like the quarterback.
Hating on the coach?
I'm hating on the coach.
Hating on the coach a little bit.
I've soured. That's bad. I've soured
That's your
on Mike.
guy.
I just was my
your
guy.
dude.
I've soured on Mike.
Wait, I
Time
know.
can
Wait,
make things sour.
hold on. I have to remember my official prediction. I know what it is. It's 14-9. Oh yeah, definitely more. I have
Yeah.
Brandon Aubrey getting 11 points in this game.
More.
7, so less.
Ooh.
I have math for that.
Are you hating on the kicker?
No, I'm not hating on the kicker.
Okay.
I'm actually
Okay, right.
sorry.
Clarence.
Less. And I'm not hating on the kicker.
You said it's going a lot of
Oh.
touchdowns.
The beat.
Touchdowns.
Oh,
Okay.
the beat is united.
I just want everybody to know because I did this in my own head when I ADHD'd on myself after I picked my more. Then I had to remember, wait, what is my score prediction going to be and see
Yeah.
if that lined up with what I picked. Because if any of you pick a score that does not reflect more for the kicker,
Mhm.
I will hold you accountable.
That's fair.
Or else.
Or else. Or what?
What is Kendall saying?
But what are you looking? Are you still looking for a date?
Yes.
Why are you fishing in
Y'all
the chat?
seen that viral TikTok going around that Clarence Hill was in? He didn't know where
Oh.
Zeke went to college, or at least
Also,
he wouldn't
Kendall's
answer.
a guy.
No, I know. I was trying to see what he was
okay.
saying. First of all, Kendall, let me address that real quick. It's
Well,
about
you-
TikTok.
Pull
Excuse
your
me.
mic up to you. So, yeah.
I talked to people. I talked to everybody. Okay, and a guy came up to me at camp and wanted to talk. He was a Cowboy fan, whatever.
He was doing bits for TikTok.
Yeah, and he was doing bits.
And you're
I
like,
don't-
I'm not doing your bits.
I'm not doing your bit. I did it. I don't know where Zeke went to. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Why would I not? I mean, it's just stupid. But don't ask me a fan question because it was are you a diehard fan or I'm not a fan. I'm a reporter.
Clarence, you have nothing to prove to me, but I did want to know where did Zeke go to college?
See,
Sounds a real.
That's a damning
sounds-
damning non-response.
I mean, it's stupid.
That sounds real.
I
good
like
off my arm.
I don't do bits.
Hey,
I
where
don't do
did Zeke-
fan bits.
Why is that?
That's
Papa?
beneath me.
Why is that?
This is
Papa?
coming from a
Because
broadcaster.
I'm a damn journalist. It's my damn job to know the team.
Where'd Zeke
I'm
go to
not
college?
And the whole bit was diehard fan or whatever. I'm not neither.
Where did Zeke go to college?
You do
I
know.
don't do fan bits. It's beneath me.
The non-answers.
Where did Zeke go to college?
Want me to call his dad? Want me to call his agent?
His dad
Want
will
me to call
know.
His mom?
His agent will know.
Want me to call-
His
I
mom
mean,
will know.
I'm saying, I got all those relationships. Why would I not know he went to college? We're not doing this.
Where did he go?
I'm not doing this with you people.
You could end it right now.
What do you mean?
I'm not doing this with you people.
Kendall was white.
Huh?
Yeah. That's fair.
So
Super cuts.
I know where everyone went to college.
It's my damn job.
Everyone. Okay, next thing that we're going to pick, CeeDee Lamb, receiving yards, 80.5, more or less. This one hurts me because He's awesome.
Stop.
Dak's awesome.
Stop.
I think they're going to win the game.
What?
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have said that.
You too.
In theory,
That.
that's a good number. That's a good number. Less.
Whoa.
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 Less.
Your mouth is wide open, Jesse.
Then 80 yards?
CeeDee Lamb went to Oklahoma, by the way. Less than 80.5. He might get 80. He won't get 81.
If CeeDee Lamb does not get more than 80 yards,
They're not winning the game.
they're
And
not winning this football
Right.
game.
What are you talking about? They're playing the Steelers.
And
The
what does that
Steelers
mean?
are going to score 17
More.
points.
More.
All you need to do is score 20.
You could go more for me too, Cat.
He gonna need 80 to score 20. I'm sorry.
You forgot.
I got
that.
CeeDee Lamb getting more than 80 yards.
Y'all got a lot of faith in these Jalen's and these Flournoys. A lot of faith in those guys.
No, look, here's how it's going to go.
Jeez, let's-
CeeDee has 75. Tolbert has 35. Ferg has 50. I'm already up to like 140, 150. Dowdle has 20. Lipke has 15. Like, I'm going to get you to about 200 from Dak. And then I'll tell you the score they're going to win the game.
Superman's gonna have more than 200.
Justin Fields passing plus rushing yards. 233.5. That one seems like a layup to me.
Yeah.
More. I think he's going to run for
I was going to say you could take away
60.
the pass out of that. I'm just kidding.
Less.
More.
Less.
Less.
Less?
I think that's the first time we have issues in this segment. So I need a screenshot of this one to see who's the idiot.
It's likely going to be me, but that's fair.
Well, I'm an idiot, but I mean,
Yeah.
sports are hard. Game result: Cowboys win 23-17, and I will tell you, because Jesse, I've felt your judgment in the last 4 minutes,
Count them 4.
and even though I went less on CeeDee, he could go more. I don't know. That's a good number. That's a good number. Part of why I'm picking the Cowboys to win, I think they're going to win. But I think if they lose this game, they're not going to the playoffs. Because if they get to 2-3, I believe they're getting to 2-5.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to get real ugly.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I have more awareness and passion and care than the team. But I'm telling y'all, if you lose this one, you will not play in the postseason. So part of what I'm picking is I need them to win this game.
Yeah.
I need them to
I'm
win
with
this
you.
Yeah.
Team media.
Team media. I need you to win this. Hit like and subscribe.
It's for the
Because some of
media.
y'all gonna stop showing up
Right.
when they
That's
get to
true.
2-5.
True. That's
I'm
true.
rooting for us.
No, I'm with you. For us, for our sake,
Yes.
and our jobs, and if
Yeah.
there's any bonuses attached to this thing, and for all of us,
Yeah.
we want the dub. But unfortunately, the Cowboys take an L this game.
Oh,
They do.
they'll bounce back and beat the Lions.
They. But that is Cowboy-like.
Yeah.
That is Cowboy-like.
Yeah.
They'll go and lose to Pittsburgh and then beat the Lions.
You got a score?
You know what I mean? I'm going 21-16. Cowboys lose.
Yeah, I see.
I used to talking crap to Jesse off mic.
But you don't pick. You don't predict.
21-16.
Yeah, I used to judge his other people's predictions, but then says I don't want to pick.
That's fair.
Jesse,
you hating, dude.
That's what I do.
I know.
Jesse been hating.
I know. Hey, haters
since hating.
Hey,
You know what I'm
haters
saying?
recognize haters.
You know what I'm saying?
I see you.
You know what I mean?
I see
You
you.
know what I'm saying? Look at give horse
So
in the mouth,
really,
baby.
now that I think about it, he needs your green hat. It really fits his outfit.
Yeah, it would look good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think Joe just has to give away his hat because it would work with Jesse's outfit.
Your hat at work too. Take it off.
So you just try to give it a take it off. You're not slick, Jesse. You're not slick.
What's your prediction?
Have
It's
you done
your
it?
go.
It's
You're
your turn.
next.
Your name.
Okay, I'm sorry. Cowboys win because I'm team media. We need them
We
to
need
win.
the win.
But I also think when you say typical Cowboys, they'll win next week. I think typical Cowboys, they'll win this week because everything is going against them. You don't have Law. You don't have Parsons. I think they'll win. I also think the Steelers are not that good. The Steelers has been an 8-8 team for the last decade. They're going to come back to the mean. They were 3-0. They were living on borrowed time. They were not a juggernaut. They got beat by the Colts. This is a game they can win. 2018.
2018. Okay, we like that. 2018.
I want to preface this by saying that my predictions often do not come true, so it's a little reverse psychology here. So take that for what you like.
No,
Cowboys
just
fans.
pick them to lose.
No,
You're picking them to lose.
I think they're going to lose. And my prediction is I think it's going to be a lot of offense this game, actually, and a couple turnovers. Steelers 31, Cowboys 28.
Oh, if the final score is 31-28, we're winning that sucker.
Yeah.
They ain't getting to 30.
Yeah, they don't score
and
like
now
that.
they will.
They will this week.
Joe, what was our bet? We had a bet, right?
Yeah, it's if the Cowboys can hold the Steelers to under 3.5 yards rushing per attempt, you're eating Taco Bell.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is easy. This is easy money.
Taco Bell.
Wait, now, does Fields count, or can we do just the
No,
running
no.
backs?
No, just running backs.
Yeah, just
Fields
running
don't
backs.
Fields
count.
is going to pull that up
No,
by about
exactly,
3
yeah.
yards.
You gotta be just running back.
That wasn't a
That was totally part of it.
No, it wasn't.
It was 100% part
Then
of it.
I'm out.
Guys, we got to fine tune this. Super chat. Let me not get out of here without that. What's the chance that this game is won by Dak, Ovo, and CeeDee, with Hunter and Mozzie being dark horses to win the game, and we need big win this game? The 49ers or Lions, Dallas. Okay,
Who the hell is
24-17.
Overshown.
I would imagine. If this
1-3,
game
baby.
is won, it will be won by Dak
Agent
and
Zero.
CeeDee. And Overshown
He's Agent 13.
as a pass rusher might have to have something to do with that. And yeah, this would be the Lipke breakout game. Lipke goes for $120.
I love
Receiving
when,
and rushing.
I love when y'all start reaching for these stars. Y'all just start reaching for stuff. Lipke's going to do this, and this guy's going to do like we. That lets me know. That lets me know just how much you do not
I used to
believe.
shoot
We need
daggers.
this.
She's shooting daggers. I'm
We-
shooting daggers at you.
Don't makes me no difference.
She's shooting daggers at you right now.
This.
We. I'm with you. But
Pick
I
him to
shoot
win.
daggers. Yeah, I just
Pick him to win.
I just
Remember, you have no idea what Jesse's
Shooting
going
daggers
through.
at you.
So
Daggers.
be cool
Look
to
at her.
everyone. We love you.
Look
be
at her.
easy.
eliminate the contingency.
We all silly like the mayor.